I'll be covering the topic of repair and rehabilitation of aircraft operating pavement surfaces. Firstly, I will brief you about the importance of military airfields. Military airfields are very important and strategic assets of defense forces, which needs to be maintained and kept operational at all times. At the same time, the pavement being functional and operational, it becomes important that the correct technique and the material is selected, since we have very limited funds and time is also very limited due to continuous operations on the aircraft operating surfaces. I will cover the evaluation of pavement and then the correct procedure for any repairs and rehabilitation if required. Coming to the distress in flexible pavements, the first and foremost important the distress is the raveling. Raveling is basically the progressive loss of pavement material, the aggregate and the binder with time. This can be repaired basically with a small wearing course layer, DAC 210 asphaltic concrete of grade 2. With time, you can see the top surface has washed out. Basically, the surface has become rough and patchy. You can see the rough patches, and this basically degrades the riding quality of any aircraft. So, to improve this condition, what we will do is basically we will provide a thin layer of wearing course or maybe multiple layers of wearing course depending upon the severity. Then second is the rutting. Rutting again, it is formed due to the continuous traffic movement and displacement of the uncompacted material of the top surface. This is formed due to the poor compaction of subgrade or subbase, and this you can see a rutting mark has been formed on this pavement surface. What will happen is this will again affect the riding quality of the aircraft. This requires immediate milling and a laying of top layer DAC 2 over the affected areas. If the severity is less, then patchwork can be done in those affected areas, and if the severity is very high, then complete resurfacing has to be planned. Next are the reflection cracks. Basically, these you can see the small hairline and wider cracks on the surface. They occur due to the movement of underlying layer or the sub-base layer because of the temperature variations, day and night temperature variations. The layer movement is not uniform, and the top layer moves more and the bottom layer moves less, hence these cracks are formed. These can be corrected by milling on the affected areas and then relaying the top surface dense asphaltic concrete grade 2 with proper tag code, that is the cationic emulsion as per the recommendation of the MORTH 2013 5th edition. Then coming to the next are the slippage cracks. Slippage cracks, they are most likely to occur where the traffic is starting or stopping, like we have witnessed these type of distress in the braking areas, braking zones of the aircraft, where the aircraft applies the brakes. So such slippage of the top surface are formed. They can be repaired by removing the distressed portion with the proper tag code and relaying the affected patch with the cold mix or the hot mix material. The paving joint cracks, the longitudinal crack and the edge cracks. Here you can see crack which is formed, basically it is a paver joint crack. You can see a small thin line which is going in the direction of this operating surface. Here you can see the repaired portion of the edge portion of the operating surface. These are basically the edge cracks, and here you can see small longitudinal cracks. They are basically again in the pavement surface in the direction of traffic. They are most commonly type of cracks, they are found in the military airfields. The edge cracks are formed because of the poor subgrade, and in fact these can be avoided if a proper wider subbase is provided on the airfield. The longitudinal paving joints, in fact these can be avoided by providing a hot joint during the execution of runway resurfacing work. Again, the repair methods, small bitumen patch has to be done in these affected areas. Coming to next are the alligator cracks. Here you can see alligator hinge sort of thing. This depicts the complete failure of this top surface, which is basically due to the fatigue and inadequate subbase. These distressed portion of the airfield can be repaired by complete removal of the affected area with subbase and relaying the top layer with the DAC2 along with the SAMI layer. Here you can see a SAMI layer. You can see a glass grid, and a SAMI layer will be put on this glass grid. This will act as a separation layer between the bottom and the top layer. So by providing this SAMI layer, these alligator cracks can be avoided. Then coming to next are the potholes and pop-ups. These potholes basically they are formed due to continuous fatigue, air traffic movement and the entrapped air. These can be repaired by simply a fresh material like cold patch or hot mix which is rich in bitumen, and in fact these should be immediately repaired by this repair material to avoid any FOD. FOD is basically foreign object damage which is caused to the aircraft just because of this pothole. Some foreign object may be lying in this pothole, and during the aircraft movement this object may hit the aircraft, which can cause multiple types of failures in the aircraft. Thanks.